trying to do is create this vehicle for community storytelling in ways that I think are going to set a precedent for how IP is created in the future. One of the beautiful things about Web3 and part of what attracted me and our team to the space was just this ethos of doing things different and trying to kind of turn traditional industries on their head. And we've been really fortunate to find some partners and supporters along the way that really believe that too.
Joe Payne is the CEO of the Society of the Hourglass, an interactive media company that is giving power and creativity back to its community by creating a film and television ecosystem like never before.
The Society of the Hourglass is an NFT collection at its core, but really what we're doing is building an entertainment IP. So we've started with an NFT collection, but we're working on books and animated series, a lot of other fun stuff. What we're trying to do is create a vehicle for storytelling with community. So we've got a really engaged group of members in our community that are helping us build out the lore for the world. We've got a couple of studio partners out in LA that are helping us on the series. I've been teaming up with Bentonville Film Foundation this year. When we think about what the future of this looks like, I think all of the language around NFTs and Web3 will start to go away and fade into the background. Really what it becomes about is like, what do these things let me as a consumer do and experience? And so for Society of the Hourglass, that's how we're thinking about it. When I talk about community storytelling or creating an animated series with our community, it's less about trying to create a world where everyone involved is on a trajectory to go become a professional filmmaker. I mean, if someone does that, that's awesome, but that's not really the point. What we're really trying to do is just teach about how this process works. And that can be valuable from a lot of different perspectives, be it I've always been interested in this and wanted to know and break down a little bit of the mystery, and that's cool, or maybe I'm learning how to be a more effective storyteller, because I think that is a skill set that regardless of your profession or career is really valuable to have. And so as we do things like host community writers rooms where our studio partners in LA are helping us craft the narrative and we're providing prompts for our community to respond to and vote on as holders of our NFTs, they get to be active participants in shaping what we're building in a way that's just really meaningful. And we're talking to people that have written for like shows that I grew up as a kid watching, and they're excited about this IP that's coming out of Northwest Arkansas and they want to write for it.
Joe has been a dynamic force in the creative tech community for years. And with the Society of the Hourglass, he is creating opportunities and incentives for the region to become a film and television hub.
I've been a Northwest Arkansas resident for a long time. Love Bentonville. This is definitely home. Anytime I have thought about what it looks like to engage in entrepreneurship, I've been an entrepreneur for a long time. I think about the impact it has and can have to our community. It becomes really critical to us as we think about what it looks like to get our series made. Like, we want to do as much of that as possible here in Northwest Arkansas. We're working with a couple of studios to try and figure out how we can get jobs, animation jobs here in Northwest Arkansas, talking to the university about what it looks like to augment some of their programming and potentially work towards master's level in film and education and entertainment. Based on our research, from what we've seen, there's not a master's level in film and entertainment between Austin and Chicago. So if we can figure out how to get something like that spun up here, we'd be plugging this massive hole in educational opportunities. So, I think that Northwest Arkansas in particular deserves to be on the map for that kind of thing and for that industry, and to support and be a part of that, I think is the kind of thing that will help show the rest of the country that Arkansas's got it. We've got it going on.
Joe, I have a character.
Awesome.
I have number 1913.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, that one's great.
She is so cute, but I want to make sure that I can do her backstory.
Yes.
So can you tell me a little bit how to do that?
But we've got a few resources for holders set up to do exactly what you're talking about. So we have our writers room in Discord. So once you verify as a holder in our Discord, you'll get access to the writers room. So this is where we just have all of our ongoing conversations about the Seek and Find book, the series, things we're working on. It's also where we have linked to our Notion hub, which we've set up as a resource for all of our holders. So in this handbook, we outline things like genre for the show. We've got characters, what role they play, ages that we travel through time. So it kind of establishes the rules of the Society of the Hourglass universe for anybody to kind of participate in. Once you've done that though, and you start having an idea, you're going to want to go to our website on the gallery page. And this is where you can see all of the characters that have been minted. If you connect your wallet, you can also filter by just your characters.
Oh, interesting.
So you'll want to go in here and whichever one you want to give a name to. Let's use this one for example. You're going to click on it and then you can edit it, change the name to whatever you want to, write, format your backstory, and then once you do that, it will show up here on the token. That will actually update the metadata on the NFT, so if you go to any marketplace, will be replaced with the name that you assigned your character. So it's a way for your character's name and backstory to kind of follow them through the blockchain.
Just like Joe said, this isn't about owning an NFT. It's about learning, evolving, and building the future of entertainment right here in Bentonville.